Okay, shall we start?
Yes, sure.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining. This is the start of the season 2 and the first episode of the season 2 with Elena Bozinovska, co-founder of Wookie. She will tell us more about that. She has a lot of other engagements we will hear about. And the idea of these SE Talks is that not only the live streaming of the event and on Zoom, but also to have these videos then posted on social medias and YouTube, where everybody can see the experiences that Elena has gone through and her road ahead, let's say. So, hi, Elena. How are
Stefan.
you?
First of all, thank you for inviting me. I'm great. How are you? How's your day?
I'm fine, thank you. The day is a mess because until, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, I did not have internet. So it was a bit crazy here. You know, I'm currently in Turkey, in Istanbul. This is İBN University. We were stopped by security basically for a second just to check our certificates and so on and so forth. So that's why it was a bit whether I will make it or not, but it went great.
Great.
Yeah.
So we are both not home.
Yeah, where are you?
I'm currently living in Valencia, in Spain. I'm studying here for 1 semester, doing my Erasmus semester. I'm studying marketing in University American College, so that's how I came here to study. It's such a great experience for me being here, and here you can learn so much new things and meet so much new people, inspiring people, people with good practices, and yeah, and that's about now.
Excellent. So let's jump right into it and let's talk a bit about social entrepreneurship, right? First, can you tell us more about your engagements? Because I know that Wookie is only one of those. Can you tell us a little more about yourself, about your engagements, and then of course we can just pass through how was the idea for Wookie created?
Yes, of course. So my name is Elena. I'm 20 years old, and I'm the president of One Can Youth. That is an organization for single-parent families and their children. Coming from one family like that, I decided to found this and be part of this organization. Can you please just mute?
Yeah.
Yes, thanks. After that, I'm the editor-in-chief for the writing section in Scala magazine, which is also a social entrepreneurship. Also, I'm the co-founder of the Wookie app, one of my dearest projects, and the project I work on still, together with Zvezda and Laze. We are one of the team. Our team is made of 3, but we also have team of programmers, designers, and everyone else who is working on the app. So we call ourselves family because we are like family in this process, and we are all close to each other. We are close friends that decided to change the world. So yeah, that's about me.
Great motivation to change the world. And how did you want to do that?
So when I was 15, I started high school, and then it was some project, I can't remember the name, but I made the first inclusive center for people with intellectual disabilities in Skopje, which was fun and educational center. It was the first of a kind in Macedonia. I was back then 15, I think, or 16. And then I needed to practice how to work with these people because I studied with them, but I didn't know how to work with them. So basically I went in the NGO named Center for Youth Activism Creek. And here began all the adventure I had with Wookie, because I gained all my experience there. I was like volunteering there 3 years. And in the last year, I became a youth worker, certificated for working with people with disabilities. So on that training, I met Zvezda, and we were both separated in one team. They separated us together, and they didn't know that maybe one day we will change the world, I guess. But both of us together went to the special center called Zavod za Rehabilitația in Skopje, and we were doing our practice there every Friday with people with disabilities. And then we met Laze. We met Laze in Partenia Zagravski. He studied there. And we decided together as a team to make some change. And how we did that actually is we went on this competition called Generation Unlimited. It was for young people who have innovative ideas in the form of digital inclusion. So we had to make some digital application or web page or I don't know, like. But
some
we went
kind of
there,
solution, digital.
Yeah, digital solution. We went there with no idea absolutely what to do, and then we talked with a lot of people. We talked with Mila, which is the director of CRIC, and she was like, "Guys, you can maybe do something like research and stuff like that." And yeah, that was the first step towards Wookie. We went in every school for people with disabilities in Skopje, and we made a research. We made a research about what do they need the most. Like, we asked them questions and we write it down. And 99% of them, like all of them, told us they want to go out, but they don't know how, because when they go out, they get bullied by people, and they don't know the bus direction, and the taxi is so expensive for them and stuff like that. And if they want to go out, they can't, because they are considered as people with disabilities, so they must stay in the place where they're living, in their institutions or in their homes, and the parents not always have the time to go out with them and stuff like that. So we decided to do something about it, and we knew that they all know how to use their phone, and even if they don't, they can. It's easy, like,
they can learn.
Yeah, so that's how the idea of Wookie was born on that competition. And we went and we won on that competition. We get the funding, and we got the funding, and then we started creating the Wookie app.
How did you get to the competition for World Bank? You know, sorry, my internet is a bit unstable.
Yes, for the World Bank competition, that was last year. We had mentor from Telecom for the Generation Unlimited competition. His name was Bora Petkovski. We are very thankful for him, and he actually sent us the link for the Ideas for Action competition, and was like, "Guys, check this out. Maybe it's for you." And I saw the message first, and I called Zvezda and I told her, like, "What do you think? Should we apply to this?" And she was like, "No way, we will win, but okay, let's do it." And I was like, "Okay." And I called her. First, we did like the whole basic information about us. The application was so easy, and then the problem, the solution, the impact that we do, our future, our scalability, and everything else. And that was in August 2020. And I had no idea that in December 2020, someone from World Bank will contact me telling me that we are one of the finalists in the competition. And we were so shocked.
yeah, it's a great achievement. You know. But when I saw Wookie for the first time, it was not an application. It was not a web page. It was probably you were first presenting it as an idea. And I saw, and I just told to myself, like, wow, excellent work. These guys are like 19, 18 at that time. How did this happen? Like, so good. And after several months, like, we are entering on Facebook, I saw we are entering World Bank competition. And then we are in the finalists, and you know how things developed. And like, I don't want to swear, but it was so great. I was so proud, you know.
Yes, I couldn't believe myself, because actually that was August when I when we applied for the World Bank competition, and they contacted in December saying that we are finalists, and there was no email till January, in the middle of January 2021, and we were like, okay, never mind, we just got excited for nothing. But then they started asking more and more information about us, about our names, our ages, more and more information to share with them, and we were like, what's happening? And I remember that evening I called our mentor, and he said, Elena, don't get me wrong if you don't win, but I think you're winning. And I was like, no way. And next morning, what I saw, it was Saturday. I remember everybody was at home, and I started screaming that we actually won the competition. And I immediately called Zvezda, then Laze, to tell them that we are one of the World Bank winners. And it went like on all the news and all the social medias. It was awesome, really.
Excellent. And what is happening with Wookie at the moment?
So yeah, actually now we are developing more functions on the application. We are adding a location and notification system. Also, we are thinking about adding a messaging system, but that will need more time and funding for that, of course. But currently, we are working on that, and by the end of the next week, I think that Wookie will be able for everyone to use it, and to give us their feedback and how they like Wookie and is it good for them. So yeah, we are testing it now currently, the new version of Wookie. So that's it about Wookie now.
Yeah. What is the main purpose of Wookie? How does it work?
So you make a profile like in every other social media you have. In the first thing you do is you tap on the screen if you're a volunteer or people with or person with disability, or their teacher or their friend or their parent, and then you put all your information, your name, surname, your date of birth, and also you can put if you have any specialties working with people with disabilities, because for example a lot of students who study special education, they wanted to be part of Wookie, so they wanted to put their experience, and we made that an option too. And also, if you're a person with disability, you just put the kind of disability you have, so they know if they can work with you or not. And basically what we are doing now is that you can put your location, and the volunteer comes to you. If you're the person with disability, he comes to you and he picks you up, and then you go and hang out and go in the park, go in the cafe, go in the cinema, whatever you want, you can do with the just hang out, and then you bring him back, because that's the purpose of the application.
And is there a time limit or on how much time does the volunteer have to spend with the person with disability, or they're agreeing between themselves? For example, if the volunteer has 1 hour, then they hang out for 1 hour. Or if the volunteer has 5 hours, if they want to hang out 5 hours, they will hang out 5 hours.
Yes. So actually, that's why we made the calendar in Wookie. That I didn't say that, but you put your dates when you're free and your hours, and if person with disability is matching with you the same date and hour and everything, he can pick you, like tap on the screen and pick you if he wants. So you don't have a time limit, but you can limit your time if you want. You can say that from 3 to 5 I'm free to go out with you or to go swimming with you, or I can pick you up. Also the same thing, person with disability can make it, because he can put like time and place when they need to go somewhere or something like that. It's up to the both sides.
Yeah, that's great. And okay, so you said that the app is developing right now and you have new features that you're adding in. Where do you see the Wookie's future? Like, have you ever
Yeah,
thought about with your team, like, where do you want to be, like in 5 years or 10 years or 3 years? I don't know.
yeah, that was actually one of the hardest questions for us because we are so young and we didn't know how to make that like that присметка не ми текнува.
Okay.
But
That calculation, yeah.
the calculation, yeah. But yeah, we wanted first to expand in Macedonia, of course, in the other cities, because currently we are making the trainings, but most of the volunteers are from Skopje. We would like to have them more in the other cities, and also more people to know about Wookie, because when they hear about it, they're so happy, and like they're like, why we didn't hear about this before? So the first mission for us is to expand in whole Macedonia, and then of course in the other countries, because for the World Health Organization, they are like established 200,000 million of people with intellectual disabilities. So we also want to add more disabilities, like physical disabilities, and also more volunteers who can help them in many other ways, like learning with them, studying with them, showing them mathematics, some new language, some new skills, stuff like that, because for now it's just for hanging out. So we have a lot of plans, which I think would become true, because we love what we are doing and we are fully committed to it. So yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So you have a plan to scale up, basically, because you're saying that not only the new features, but it will have new activities, and you want to spread it nationwide, right? So nationwide, and well, if it helps internationally, why not?
Yes, of course. I mean, that's super great, but we also want to do training for volunteers, so we need to connect with other NGOs in the other countries, because we don't want, I mean, we want everyone to be on the app, but we still need to think about the security of the people with disabilities, their safety and their security. So we train the volunteers, and they will have like this star near their photo that they are trained volunteers, so the parents can trust them. We already trained around 30 volunteers from Macedonia, so that's a great number for a start. But we need more people, of course. We need more people in every way they can help, and more institutions involved, because even when we won the World Bank competition, they didn't care. Like, just our friends, family, colleagues, and everyone who wants to help people with disabilities really cared, but we were not heard by the institutions in Macedonia. So we need a little bit of their help too.
That is one of the biggest issues here, right? The institutions do not recognize great ideas, and even if you win a competition like the World Bank or some other competition, it's an achievement, and somebody recognize that your idea is successful. It can be accomplished, and but the institutions are not there as well. So we need to maybe push them harder to help this organization like yours, and to help not only persons with disabilities, but there are many other ideas as well.
Yes, of course. I would love that, not only for Wookie, but for every great idea that I'm seeing in my country. And I think that it's basically the first step that they need to do, is to help us to be more engaged in our work, because we are making the world a better place, as we said, but it's nothing if we don't have the support. We can make the world a better place for our community, but maybe why not larger? Why not wider? Like,
Yeah,
that's my saying, but still,
dream big, dream big.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. So I didn't ask. Does Wookie earn from the volunteers and from the matchmaking? Does it earn money? Because this business should should be, this social enterprise should be sustainable. Like in what way? Because you have new features to add, you want to scale up like nationwide and then internationally, and all this costs money. If you're not the programmers and the coders and the team behind it, and it will be volunteers, but somebody needs to coordinate those volunteers afterwards when they're 30, but when they're out there, somebody needs to control them, to monitor them. So in these terms, does Wookie earns right now, or does it plan to?
For right now, no, but we of course have a plan for that, because we will not be sustainable if we don't. So basically what we need to do, I think, my opinion is, the application needs to cost like not very much, but some price that will be affordable for everyone, for the people with disabilities, their families, and also the volunteers, just because we need for the application to be sustainable, not for us actually, because our motivation is just to see that those people happy, but of course there are stuff that we need to do to make Wookie work years and years after this. So basically, yeah, we had many thoughts about how we would make Wookie sustainable, and of course some of them are also making some small, not so expensive price about the application when they can download it, or either when we make arrangements with other governments in other countries so they can use Wookie, like to give them the rights to use Wookie. That is also some way to be sustainable. Also the ads, of course, and that's the ways we think, but we still didn't decide yet which is the path that we were all going to. But of course we are thinking about our sustainability and how will Wookie be able to work in few years.
Yeah. It's great. First, it's great that you have ideas about this, because before business to be sustainable, it has to earn, and he has to have profit to reinvest in order to scale up, and so on and so forth. But it's great that you have ideas. So we've heard like subscriptions, rights, and so on. So that means that the Wookie has potential. It always had, but it's good to see that you have thought about it and you see the potential for Wookie to be an earning application, right? Something that can be self-sustainable, but also can be scaled up internationally.
Yes, we also had this thought, I mentioned it before, with the connecting people with disabilities with, for example, a math teacher or language teacher or psychologist or special educator, which are very important for everyday life for the people with disabilities. So also, for example, if a psychologist apply to our app and they connect with some people with disabilities, part of that percentage goes to the application, to us, to our team.
Yes. Like a provision.
Yes, that's
5-10%
of
the, yeah. Excellent. That's another way. When you're just talking and I said, yeah, this is good model. It seems great. So we are coming now to the point, like, okay, we heard about Wookie, we heard about you and your team, what you're going to do, but and you said that institutions are not recognizing this, which is bad, of course, and should be better. They should do better job. But who can help? Who can help you to realize your goals, to scale up, or if it's scaling up, and to have more volunteers and to have more persons with disabilities in Wookie and so on and so forth. So basically, who can help?
Basically everyone. Everyone who has the motivation to make the world better place for people with disabilities, because as we know, they're discriminated both in the past and now, and if they know designing, they're welcome. If they know programming, they're welcome. IT sector, everyone welcome. Of course, people who just want to be part of us. We accept everyone. With every contribute they can make. They can be the trainers for the new volunteers, for example, or they can be the new volunteers. And also we are very happy when parents of the person with disabilities says that to us that they are very happy with what we do. So everyone is contributing in some kind of ways. We can get new designers and new people for, I don't know, making Wookie better. Like, I mean, for the IT part, because we are not the IT part of the application. Of course, we have our programmers, which are great, but maybe they can do something better if there are more. So, yeah.
What are your, in your opinion, what are the 3 things that you need the most to scale up, for example, or to realize your goal? But by priority, first priority, second, third, you know, what's the first thing, the second, and the third?
The first thing is, of course, funding, because it's not really easy to be in the part of the applications where you are not the IT person, and of course it needs funding to be even better, to be even greater, and to be even easier and more competitive for people with disabilities. Second of all, we of course need, as you said, more people to engage with us, to be part of us, our team. We accept literally everyone, so we have zero discrimination in our team, and zero tolerance for discrimination, of course. But we need to expand our team. Of course, we have me, Zvezda, and Laze, which are, all of us are creative in some way. All of us contribute to us to the application in some way. We also have programmers, Nicola and Alexei, who are currently working on our app, which we are very thankful for, because they made the app like wow, just wow. We are so happy about it. And we have our designer Maya, who is also working on the design of the whole application and the whole website and everything else that we need to do. So of course, we need more and more people to get engaged in the Wookie app, to help contribute to better society. And the third, I think that we just need now to see the final version of application we have now, for like 2 weeks from now, to see what's next, because this is basically starting again, from the bottom. Sorry. That's it.
Yeah. What kind of people are you looking for? Basically, you said you have designer, you have programmers, software developers. You are there as an economist, right? So, and the other team members. And what kind of profile do you need right now for Wookie? Like, do you need I don't know, a lawyer, an engineer? You know, what kind of profile do you need for your team to be better?
Of course, we need of course, someone who is in the law, because it needs to make all the policies that we will have attached to the application. Also, we need maybe someone who is good at marketing, because I'm marketing student, but I'm still 20 years, and someone with more experience and more expertise with marketing and with social businesses, with social entrepreneurships. So basically, that's the profiles we need currently, I think. And of course, trainers for the people who wants to be volunteers, we have them, but maybe more will be better. Maybe more we will have more engaged people in that way, because you know, they're all sharing on social media, and when they're sharing on social media, more people can see, and to come to us and tell us, we want to learn more about this. And yeah, basically that's it.
Yeah. What kind of activities? For example, how can the NGOs help you with Wookie? For example, do they need to promote it more? Do they need to help you more in terms of your work? Can NGOs do something for you and for Wookie?
Of course. As I said, everyone can do something, and I think that they can like share with us their good practices they have. Share with us because every NGO I think has their volunteers and networkings and stuff like that. So of course, everything is welcome to share with us like some good people who want to be volunteers for the Wookie app, some good practices, and also of course just sharing posts and sharing our idea. It's enough for Wookie to grow. Like currently,
Great.
That's it.
Excellent. Because I said that this event will be 30 to 40 minutes and we're already in the 30th minute. I don't want to take a lot of your time. I know you're busy. Is there anything that I haven't asked and you want to share on this SE Talk?
Well, I would like to say for the people that they need to start from them, like go to the nearest NGO that makes your interest, like that have your interests, and start seeing their problematic. What are they doing, and why are they doing that? Just like me, I went to Creek to make a internship, and I started recognizing that maybe that's my field, and I want to solve these problems. And if it wasn't Creek, Wookie wouldn't be here, like never. But you should start from you, and you should start seeing the problems that are around you and try to solve them. Because we all dream about being Mark Zuckerberg and I don't know who, but you can be a Mark Zuckerberg in your country and start doing the better place for better society for you. Just from starting from you. That's that I wanted what I wanted to say.
Excellent, Elena. And this is a good advice for everybody. I just wanted to ask, how do you want to close this essay talk? Do you want to close it on a serious note, on a motivational note, on an advisory note? Like, on a serious note would be like social entrepreneurship is and like a definition.
No, that's not me.
Okay, on a motivational note. On a motivational note, like to motivate the new and upcoming social entrepreneurs, or you want to provide an advice, like your experienced social entrepreneur providing advice to new and upcoming social entrepreneurs? Your choice.
I think I'm still young for giving out advices, but I will motivate them to come join Wookie, and maybe they will find their own way in the social entrepreneurship, because I think it's really important for everybody to do some things apart from their ordinary day. Like my ordinary day, I am social media manager, and that's my job, and I love it. But I also love Wookie, and it's apart from my job, but I have free time for that, and I love doing that. So I will motivate them not to be just like in one box and stay in that box for their whole lives, to start thinking and searching for opportunities. And they can reach me out in every minute for everything they need, like to ask me where I started or what I did, or what are my practices, which are not always very good because I don't sleep. I work all the time. I study, but I think that will all have this in the end. When I am older, or when I'm like in 10 years or in 20 years, it will all be good for me and for my future. So I think that basically I need to work now and rest later. And that's my advice and motivation for them to find something they love and to do it, because if we don't love what we do, there is no point in working and living and everything.
Yeah, excellent, Elena. Thank you so much for having the time and sharing with us what Wookie is doing. We've come to the end of this SE Talks. As you see, it went very fast. It was very interesting for me, and we had also a comment for Wookie is the best and the super day.
Thank you.
Yeah, in Macedonia it's like cool guys. Thanks for the talk. Leave a mail or other contacts. Have a nice day. We'll send them mails and contacts to co-creators. Co-creators is another social enterprise which is based in Skopje. We're working on trainings. So yeah, we can talk with them as well and on some future SE talk. I just want to inform everybody because this will be shared on social media and YouTube. Who will see this? That the next SE talk will be on 18th of November. The social entrepreneur from Turkey. It will be very interesting. We will reveal everything in the next days. But today we are celebrating Elena and just promote Wookie and help as much as you can. Thanks, guys, and thanks, Elena, for your time.
Thank you, Stefan, so much. We always have a great talk. So thank you and hope to see you soon again. And thanks to all the guys who replied in the comments and giving us support. Thank you. Like, we love you and we hope to see you in our application and to see you in our inboxes and mails. Thank you. Just thank you. That's all I can say.
Excellent. Excellent. So we finish this SE Talks and talk soon. Until that time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.